Good morning, good morning. You guys hear me and see me okay? How we doing? Question is, you can see me? Good morning, Methman, and Reaper and Scoutman. Question is, can I get my stream? Burp. Okay, I can show my stream on this TV, but I want to have it with chat. So how do I bring the chat up? Is it like this? Hmm. Couch gaming? Yeah, this is a nice little place we got going here. Nice little couch. I live, yes. I disappeared in order for Silksong to reappear. Sacrifices had to be made, yeah. Yeah, we're in Ireland, and Jubats had to work early, and she was like, "Why don't you stream? Why don't you play MvM? Luck of the Irish, right? We're in Ireland, so we're gonna be blessed with good luck. We're gonna get a golden pound today." Um, been gone for so long. Silksong is on. Yeah, exactly. It's not working for some reason. Hang on a second. Maybe I need to turn on LAN on Twitch. Let's see. Yes, local network. Okay. So I'm thinking, I've got a TV here. We've got this really cool setup in this room, right? You're watching this in school, don't get caught. Alright? Hi, Carrie. You're expecting this stream in about 168 hours, but here we are. Well, yeah, excuse me. Little bonus stream. Little bonus stream. Bear with me while I try to set this up. I need to turn it. Oh, okay. We got Twitch here. CeeJaey is playing Team Fortress 2. Okay, but how do I get it so that I can show the chat? There's a delay. Chat overlay. I can't see chat. I can't see it. I've got my stream on the TV, but I wanted it so that I could have the chat, so that I could look up a chat rather than. Didn't realize I was Irish. I'm not Irish, but I'm in Ireland. Been in Ireland for the past week, and I'm here until Friday. Um, yeah. You thought I was back this week? No, 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 no. So I was in Italy for a week. Then we've been in Ireland for a week. We're here for one more week. We travel back to the UK on Friday, and Jubats flies back to Canada on Saturday. Um, so I will be back streaming a week today. I don't think I can set it up so that I can. I don't really use the Twitch app very much. Chat settings. Right. 3 months have gone so fast. Yeah, they really have. I can't describe how quickly it has gone. Like, simultaneously, it feels that when we were staying at my parents' for the first couple of weeks, that seems like a long time ago, but it also doesn't feel like that long ago. I still don't know how we've packed everything in that we've done. I remember being like, "Oh my gosh, we're halfway through," and now it's like 1 week to go. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the chat going on, unfortunately. Um, I just want to. Is there? What's this? What does that do? How do you get? Does anyone know how you get chat on the Twitch app? Is it that? No, that's community. You can try. I don't know whether it's possible. Yeah. The stream's up. It's just that I didn't know whether it was possible to have like the chat there as well. Oh right, okay. Thank you. Right, Jubats is on the case. She's much more technologically in sync than I am. We got 2 spots if anyone wants to join. We're just going to do 1 tour of 2 cities. Excuse me. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll stream another game this week. I might try and do that Nubby game that MvM got me that Sweet always talks about, but I don't know when that would be, so just keep your eyes peeled, I guess. Can I stream casual sometimes? Yeah, maybe I'll do some casual streams in the future, yeah. So the DVDs are tracking on the new system? Yeah, I mean, everything looked ridiculous that I saw for the potential updates. I did some business with friends in Italy, yeah. 90 stream streak. Damn. That's huge. 10 more days. Yeah, it's not for my phone. So basically we've got like this TV, which is really cool. Our room here is amazing, by the way. It's a little small for 2 people to be living in. But we have like this sofa, kind of corner sofa section, and then we have a bed there, right? So Jubats is on the bed there. I'm on the sofa. We have the TV in the middle. And the TV can move. It swivels on like a pole, right? She's smiling because I think it's a massive thing. I think it's real cool. So you can sit here and watch TV, and then you can just push it and it will go, and then it will face the bed. So we could be like sat here having dinner, watching a TV show or a movie, and then be like, we're finished. Let's go eat dessert in bed. And then we'll go over to bed and just go, meow, and then just swivel the TV so it's facing bed. Right now, it's in the middle so I can see it, and so can Jubat. She's on the bed. It's crazy. It's so cool. I love it. Anyway, the point is that it's got Chromecast. I was trying to stream my stream to Chromecast, which I managed to do so that I could have it on the TV, but I wanted to do it so that the chat was visible so that I could read chat. Would you like to be watching our stream on TV? Yes. Definitely. Just open up stream and pause the stream. No, the thing is I can't get the chat physically up there. That's the problem. I can only see the video from the stream. So we finished Lies of P? Oh, okay. How long did that take him? This table's rocking. You've been playing Metroid Dread? Oh, nice. Hi, Lost. And thank you for the 35 months, Angry. No, sorry, not 35. 59? You're 1 month away from 5 years. That's insane. Ultimate gaming room, never have to leave the comfort, right? It's so good. Like, you can turn it so I'm like cooking over there, and then we'll be like, it's so good. I love it. But why am I on the casting couch? Alright, let's play some games. We've got 2 spots. Last call, last call. Anyone wants to join? At the moment, Angry, I'm still in Ireland. Yeah, we're playing 2 cities. Just going to do 1 cheeky tour. Yeah, we're in Ireland still. We're in Dublin. So I will be back to my regular place a week today. And I honestly, I wasn't even thinking of streaming, let alone MvM, because I didn't have my keyboard. I didn't bring my keyboard. So this is going to be really scuffed because I'm on like a little circular table, and I was struggling with work because my T and the Y key on my laptop doesn't work. They just don't work at all. So I have to bring up the virtual keyboard or copy and paste. And it wouldn't matter so much if it wasn't the fact that T is one of the most popular words in the English language. So I had to pop down to the CEX store, and I got this little mini keyboard. You guys want to see it? Little mini keyboard for €4. So yeah, it's looks cute, small. Yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't have like numpad. It doesn't have function keys or anything like that. So it's pretty basic. I just wanted like a small fold-up one, and I walked down there, and this one was like, you know what, I'll take this. So do the trick. I'll just bring up chat on my phone so I can see this while you guys are in the back. Can I prop you up here? Not really. I don't know where I'm going to put you. Put you guys there. There we go. Just do controller MvM? I was considering it. So Angry's not joining, no one else is joining. Oh, none for you. Okay, okay. Sorry. Alright, let's go. I'll do my best. Like I said, I've got a very, very tiny space to be able to actually do this. My mouse wire keeps falling off the table. This keyboard is small, and I have to like angle my wrist. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Is Luck of the Irish going to give you an Aussie table? That was Jubas's train of thought, because she said it's Monday tomorrow, aren't you? Because so basically we're going to the cinema tonight. We're going to the cinema. Oh no, I have a mouse mat. It's just very like small, and I could just bring the keyboard onto my lap, and then the mouse here. Maybe I'll try that at some point if it gets too uncomfortable. Yeah, we're going to the movies tonight. We're going to watch The Conjuring 4. I think it's called Last Rites. Yeah, and the movie's at 8:30. And Jubat works 2 till 10 because she works 9 till 5 Canadian time, which is 2 till 10 in time here. So in order for us to go to the movies and, you know, not have people get annoyed at work, she's starting work earlier, more, you know, akin to Euro time. So she said, why don't you do a stream tomorrow? I was like, I guess I could, yeah. Like, I could do a little stream. She was like, it's Monday, why don't you do MvM? Luck of the Irish. You're going to get a pan. I was like, okay, I like the sound of this. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I've got this little keyboard. So, it's possible. How the hell am I going to do this? What are we playing? Empire. Oh, okay, there we go. We got... I hadn't done my... This is why. This is why. Glow. I don't have arrow keys on this little keyboard either. So yeah. So that's basically the roundabout way of explaining why I'm here. I don't really want to play engineer because I'm gonna struggle, I think. Muzz is playing that, so I'm going to play medic. Let's go. It's going to be awkward. It's going to be orcs. Pingers. We on LA. It's even worse. Oh. Your gun. Oh, is this the one that I... Yeah, that's the one I signed, right? Yeah. Let's switch to Chris because we've got Meister playing demo. Yo, Miles with the Prime. Thank you for the 14 months, dude. Appreciate it. Sorry, I have to like lean forward. I missed a whole bunch of chat. Rework Myers? Yeah, I didn't like the look of that either. I didn't like any of the things that I saw in the thingy. Okay, go, go, go. You're definitely you've been watching the old Conjuring films recently without realizing there was a new one coming out, so that's a W. Yeah, so I'd never seen them before. I don't have an F4 key. Okay. Wait, I can't ready up. Oh shit. I literally don't, it won't work on my keyboard. I think the F4 key is one of the keys that doesn't work on the laptop as well. My bad. Yeah, so I'd never seen the Conjuring movies before, and Jubats was showing them to me in preparation for this movie. So we watched them over the past like couple of months. So I've seen all of them. Not seen the spin-off ones, but seen the main Conjuring movies. Yeah. Your like increases if you buy more tickets. You didn't like the third Conjuring movie, Carrie? Bad posture gaming? It's hard because I have to like lean forward to read chat. And it's awful. Maybe I need to, I don't know, maybe I need to put the phone here and bring my keyboard down or something. Can I get some sauce? That didn't even connect. Didn't get nothing. Not the third? Oh. The blob of color on my weapon skins? Yeah. It's because of the config I'm running on my shit. It's because I'm running a really low config in order for it to work. Ready player toggle for F4ing. Okay, thank you. I will do that. Tape your phone to the side of your headset to keep close on. I could, and then I could have it here, and I could just look to the side. I don't know if any of you remember when I did VR streams. But there was like a chat plugin you used in order to read chat. Because obviously when you've got the VR headset on, you can't just be looking at chat or something. And it was like you turned your hand like this to be able to read chat. Don't worry about it too much. It's okay. Oh yeah, VR streams with no context are very strange. To be honest, even with the context, they look dumb. Just kind of like flapping about. I can't even read the chat because of the sun shining like a beam of light directly on my... She's done it! Thank you. You're a genius. She's a freaking genius, chat. Okay, so now I can read chat up here. Oh, what was the other one? Yeah, that's actually good. For a new red party chat? What? Oh, I can't. That's good, thank you. She's my wife. Do we have two-way? We do. Right. Ready underscore. Wait, what was it? Ready player toggle? Player ready toggle. There. Player ready toggle. And he said it's a 1. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Just wondering why I was lagging so much, realizing Heli server. Yeah. It's pretty shit. Do, 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 do. You don't even need the one that auto toggles? Okay, gotcha. Oh, you up here? You don't have sun in the UK? That's the thing, Nano. I'm not in the UK. I'm in Ireland. Ireland is not part of the UK. Have I lost weight? I look very dapper. Thank you. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. I think I've put on weight over the past couple of months. Eating all those. I went to France, all I ate was bread and pastries. I went to Italy, all I ate was pasta and pizza. So. Oh, someone in chat asked me a question. How many others is that? 20? 28. Webcam deletes 10 pounds? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I felt like in Italy we ate a lot of food. You want crits now? Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, in Italy it was like so much good food: pasta, pizza, cannolis, so much good stuff. Space for the F4 script was made for speedrunning. Right, I see, I see. Jubats made me go to the sport place. Yes, the sport place. Yeah, the gym. We've been going to the gym. Um, yeah, started going to the gym. Started doing things. It's pretty good. I did continue during that week. You know, when I was back home for a little bit, streaming. Um, I did go that. So yeah, trying to get a little fitter. So maybe that's all helping. It's pretty sunny today where you are. It's very sunny here, which is ironic. Well, not ironic, but sad considering we've been out and about. We've done all sorts of stuff over the past week, and every time we go out, it seems to rain or be overcast and miserable. And then one day it's like, okay, we're going to start early, work all day, and go to the movies in the evening. It's like, sunny day? Gonna give you guys a sunny day? Did you have gabagool? No. Gosh, what? I posted pictures up on Instagram of like lots of different foods that I had. It was good stuff. So good. Um, so much ice cream as well, gelato. Um, yeah, we had a great time. Saw lots of the sights. We were in Venice for 3 days. Um, in Venice, we saw like St. Mark's Square. St. Mark's Square? Yeah, St. Mark's Square, the Basilica. Um, like, God, I'm trying to remember everything now. There was so much going on. Um, that's a spy. And then we went to Modena for 3 days. Or a few days. We did a tour of a Parmesan cheese factory, which was really cool. Got to try lots of cheese. Holy shit, this is laggy. Can probably turn this off. 11:11. That hurts. What was I saying? Yeah, we went to the Parmesan Cheese Factory. We went to the Enzo Ferrari Museum. With all sorts. When we were in Venice, we went to Murano Island. So where they made like the glass. Yeah. Everyone's almost over. Oh, they still giving out shinies on Scarlet and Violet. It's cool. Hmm? Oh yeah, the Modena. We saw the presentation of the Modena football team squad. We were just like, okay, so there's a whole story here. There's a whole story that you guys are gonna love this. You guys love this kind of shit. So we are going out for dinner. We're like, oh, we're gonna find a nice restaurant, go out for some food, you know. So we go out, and suddenly we hear this music. Oh wait, I just need to play a toggle thing, don't I? Player ready toggle. So we're walking into town. We hear this doo 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 doo. Like, whoa, what's going on? Like a crowd. Seems everywhere we go, we always find something going on. Something going on, you know? So let me get these crits. So we follow the sound of the music, and we find this presentation of the football team, the local football team, Modena FC, which are in the second division in Italy, and the players are coming out, and there's a crowd. They're like, rah, you know, everything's going on, and we're like, okay, we'll stick around, like we'll see this. So we're seeing all these, you know, footballers come out and do their thing and talk about what's happening in the season. Obviously, all in Italian. Thank you. And then we've been there for a little bit, and we're like, okay, let's like head to the restaurant. So we follow our Google Maps, you know, we start going towards the restaurant. And as we turn the corner, there's this guy, like 50, 60 years old, just pissing up against the side of a wall, just gushing it everywhere. We're like, oh, okay, sorry, old man. Like, you know, whatever. Oh shit, that was the wrong one. Whoops. So we keep walking. We're like, okay, that was. You see that in the UK anyway? Yeah. Well, we keep walking, and there's an ambulance, right? We walk past this ambulance. We walk behind it, and there's this guy, right, squatting with his jeans around his ankles, just taking a massive dump right on the street. Like, this is like 20 yards away from where the footballers are being presented. And this guy, and the thing is, the guy just looked up at us like, "Guh?" As if we were not in the right place. And we were just like, huh? He looked so shocked. He looked so shocked. His scared little shocked face is going to haunt my nightmares. So, yeah, that happened. And then we were like, okay, let's go get dinner. Huge power play. Oh, someone's dead. It's butter. If I do this, get you back in the action. Yeah, so that was something that happened in Modena. You could hold my dreams too. We're in Rome, right? Yeah, so that happened. Um, I mean, we were in Dublin. This was the first day, so we came back from Modena. We had to get a train to Bologna, and then we flew back to the UK just for one night. Stayed over with my parents for the night, and then the next morning went back to the airport. Flew into Dublin. So we get to Dublin, and we get a bus to our hotel, get checked in, everything. We're walking down the street, like just seeing the local area, and this is in the town center. There is lots of people walking around. It's a weekend, so there's a lot of people just chilling, you know. And there's a guy full on pissing in the street. He's walking. He was walking behind us, and then we walked in front of him, and then we stopped because we were looking at a shop, and then he walked in front. Then he just whipped out and just started doing it, and it was like streaming into the road. It was like, holy shit, dude. And that was the first the pooping story. That was in Modena in Italy. Second pissing story is in is in Dublin. Strong stream. It was flooding the place, man. It's fucking wild. Like, we went to Versailles and we heard all these stories of people who were just shitting in the corridors and, doing all sorts. And then we actually got to witness it in other places. How many views did his stream get? Very good. So yeah, no, but it's been good. It's not all been piss and poop. It's been good. Yeah, over the weekend, Dublin, we did a whole bunch of stuff. Ugh. We've seen St. Patrick's Cathedral. We've seen Dublin Castle. We've been to the Guinness Storehouse. We went to Trinity College Library, which has like this really old book. It's called the Book of Kells, which was made in like the year 800, which is kind of insane. We also went to a whiskey distillery and had a tasting session. That was good. Yeah, it's been good fun. Should have IRL streamed it for views. I would have got banned quicker than... I don't even know. Hang on, someone come through, please. There we go. Player. Why you shoot me, man? Why you shoot me? Yeah, okay. Oh, and there was something else that happened in our hotel. So we're in our hotel, and like I said, this place is pretty cool. Like, we've got a little kitchen. We've got like a big like wall glass window that we can look out. We've got a nice view. We've got this sort of area here with the spinning TV. Got the sofa, the bed. We've got a nice bathroom. Like, it's all very good stuff, right? And they're supposed to come and clean your room every Wednesday, right? So we were like, cool. Gets to Wednesday, they don't come, and they get here at like 5 p.m. or something, and they're knocking on the door. And I go, hey, like, what? And they're like, oh, like, we've come to clean the room. I was like, okay. I was like, well, my girlfriend's in a meeting right now because we didn't realize you guys would be here so late. It's like 5 p.m. Like, and they were like, yeah, this is like our last stop. Like, we're gonna go now. I was like, okay, it's not really convenient because she's in a meeting with our boss. And they're like, oh, we can come back tomorrow. We can come back tomorrow. So it gets to tomorrow, which is what, like Thursday, I guess. And we wait. No one turns up. So I go down to the front desk and I'm like, hey, like someone was supposed to come yesterday, clean our room. Like we just needed fresh towels at this point. We just need some fresh towels. We need someone to take our bag of like garbage down, you know. We didn't need anything crazy. And the guy's like, oh yeah, sorry about that. Like, what room number are you at? So we tell him the room number. Fast forward to the next day. Nothing happens. So I'm like, okay, like, go down and speak to this woman. We're like, hey, like, no one's been yet. It's like 2 p.m. Like, it's been most of the day. Like, we don't really want to get skipped again. We've got stuff to do. She's like, oh yeah, I'll text the cleaners now and they'll be right over. Does anyone come? No. So I go down to the desk again in the evening. Like, at this point, can you just give us some towels, like some toilet paper? Tell me where I could put the garbage. Like, I'll bring it down. Like, we just kind of want to like, we can clean it ourselves. It's fine. And the guy's like, fuck, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'll give you a free breakfast. Free breakfast. So we're like, cool. All right, I'll take that. This guy's going to give us free breakfast, and the cleaners are going to come the next day. So the cleaners did eventually come. I think it was on Saturday, and we were going to have our free breakfast on Sunday because we were going to go to this whiskey distillery and have a tasting very early on in the day. It was like midday or something, and so we go to the breakfast area. We go to the cafe that's in the hotel. We're like, hey, so like we've been told like we've got this free breakfast. So, like this is our room number. And the guy looks down. And he's like, no, your room number is not here. Like, oh, okay, because like you guys didn't clean our room for like 4 days. Said you'd give us a free breakfast. Like he was like, no, it's not here. So we had to go back to the desk. Say to this other woman, like, hey, do you remember us? The guys you didn't clean? You said you'd give us a free thing? You didn't give it to us? So then eventually we get this free breakfast. Okay, great. And it was, all in all, it's a very good breakfast. I choose the full Irish breakfast, right? Full Irish breakfast, which is essentially what you would associate like with an English fry-up, right? Sausage, eggs, beans, toast, like all of that kind of stuff. G-Bouts goes for the French toast. Okay, cool. So we can have that, and then we can try a little bit of each other's kind of thing, you know. Her breakfast comes out, oh, amazing. It's got like French toast, it's got fresh strawberries, blueberries, maple syrup. It had like little bits of chocolate. Oh, it was so good. It was lovely. Mine comes out, toast and eggs. 2 eggs and toast. And I was just, huh? And he put the plate down and left, and I was like, hang on a minute. What? And at this point, I was just like, fuck it. We had to go because we had to catch a bus to get to this distillery so we could get to our tasting session, which was at like a specific time. If it hadn't been for that, I would have been like, hey, this isn't what I ordered. When I like pretty much finished, there's like crumbs left and a little bit of egg. He was like, wait, didn't you order the full Irish? And I was like, yeah, I did. It's fine. Like, don't worry about it. But I'm like, oh my god. Seriously? This place is just... I don't know. I don't even know. Good customer service is so hard to find nowadays. It is a bit rough, yeah. It's like... I don't know. I don't know. It's... Sometimes you meet like really nice people at places, and other times it's just this. It was cursed. It was a very cursed, like, series of events, essentially. But it's fine. It's fine. We don't really need to go down. I mean, They should come and clean our room at some point, but honestly, at this point, it's like, it's fine. Quarter Irish breakfast. That's what I had. Yeah, a little smidge. But the place is actually like, other than all of that, it's actually pretty cool. You have like a work area that you can kind of take your laptop down and do some work if you want. We've been just doing it here, really, because um, one of us is at the table, one of us is in the bed. Like, it works out well, but yeah. And I bought a bunch of stuff at the Guinness place. Got Guinness chocolate, Guinness toffee, Guinness fudge, Guinness, like, you got like Guinness seasoning. I should interrupt, she's actually working. Like a Guinness seasoning that you put in with like food. Sausage pie? Yeah, you make like a meat pie. It's got like Guinness seasoning. Like, yeah, they love selling the Guinness merch over here. Toffee, TOFFE, like the hard stuff, I guess. She's typing. Like Everton. Yeah. Oh shit! And there's okay, so there's this app, right, called Too Good to Go, and it's basically you go on the app, you select like a surprise bag from a place, and it gives you they give you like the leftovers from the day, anything that they haven't sold, kind of thing. For example, got it from you can get it from like Starbucks or Costa Coffee, those kind of chains, and you can get leftover croissants and pastries and things like that, right? We did it from Marks and Spencers, and they give you a bag of like ready meals and fruit and veg and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Um, you get very good value for money. The only downside is that a lot of the time, like, you don't know what you're going to get, um, but a lot of the time it's stuff that is close to its sell by date, so they have to get rid of it. So you can't like buy stuff and store it long term. We went to this place down the street. And we're like, oh, we'll see like what kind of stuff they have. €4. Oh my gosh, we got like 3 or 4 days worth of food out of it. It was insane. It was so good. Player ready toggle. Should I be getting Ubers instead of crits, do we think? Maybe. I have the money for it. Why not? Why not? Hey, Reflex, how's it going? Dude, I thought about you the other day. Was it Saturday? There was a day where we were out, and in like 3 or 4 different establishments. We walked in and heard Gorillaz music playing. Every single time it was a different song. I was like, huh. And then it walked into it was like in a little marketplace. And then there was a girl wearing a Gorillaz t-shirt. And I was like, what the hell is going on? What is this? Keep shooting. Good job, team. Based. Have the concerts been, man? What else have you done in London, in England? Does Ireland have Weatherspoons? Not that we've seen, and they don't have Greg's either, which was a disappointment. Oh, I see. Your album was so good. Oh, nice. Yeah, I imagine there's quite a lot of people with the merch on. I mean, the other day, it's often a good sign to know what's going on. When you see people wearing stuff, you're like, okay, something's happening. Suddenly, I think it was Saturday night, Sunday, we saw a bunch of people with the Ireland football shirt on. And I was like, I think, because we walked past the Aviva Stadium, and I was like, I think Ireland are playing tonight. So they were playing Hungary. And it's playing tonight. No, Ireland played football a couple of days ago. But we were walking through Dublin, and there was like a bunch of people wearing Ireland football shirts. And I was like, pretty sure they're playing football. Just kidding. Okay, okay. I'm sorry, this entire setup is strange to me. But, trying to get to you, Buzzer. So yeah, quite a lot's happened the past couple of weeks since I've been away. Silksong came out. DVD had a terrible test, like, patch. Oh, 6-2. Oof. I think the numbers were mostly off than the idea itself being bad. Hi, Swood. Incorrect. I think the idea is terrible. In general. I thought on paper it looked bad. And I think in practice, people showed that it was exactly what was wrong. Like, there was someone saying a story of they had 4 hooks, I think, and they hooked this other person for their second hook. Okay, um, they got unhooked. This person got unhooked and started doing a gen in front of them, and the killer's like, "What do I do? That was my. I have 5 hooks, so I either let this person sit there and just do the gen, I knock them down, and then they can just pick themselves up again." Or what they ended up doing was, okay, you're doing a gen right in front of me. I'm going to pull you off the gen and hook you. And then everyone got 25% extra gen speed at 1 gen left. So it's kind of like, hang on a minute. How is that fair? Yay, Jordan. Thank you for the 99 months. Your silk song looks just as weird as I'll get to it. Give me a week and I'll be back and I'll get in onto it. That's why he said the numbers are off. I think it's the concept though. Like this killer's getting clapped. This killer's getting clapped. They have 4 hooks at 1 gen left, and because this person's just can just boldly do a gen in front of them. What do you do in that situation? You are going to get punished whatsoever. You cannot exert any pressure on the game, and that survivor can just brashly do it in front of you. And one of the better points I saw was why do killers get punished for like killing people early, but survivors don't get punished for doing a gen really quickly? You know, survivors bring like really strong toolboxes and bring brand new parts and stuff and finish a first gen in like 30 seconds. Why do they not get like a slowdown?
Give me a gun as a survivor, and then it'll be even.
G-Bats disagrees with me. Uninstall the game? Nah. Nah. Have you been enjoying Silksong, Jordan? It's a very big edge case though. If they change to 4 hooks instead and remove the hole, you can't keep block things. I think it would be fine. Maybe. I don't know. I still think it's a weird thing for still think it's a weird thing to punish a killer for killing people. Seeing as I can see Jubas typing on the screen, shit talking me. And now the keyboard's covering half the screen, so I can just see 2 lines of chat. I can just see the video, a keyboard, and like chat. It's good. Early game is. I mean, okay. So I heard it's quite difficult, which would be interesting. It's a lot more difficult than Hollow Knight. Okay. Looking forward to it. So I was trying to complain on Killer's Challenge. I think when people turn it into an us versus them situation, which a lot of people do online, it's like pointless. But I think there is a big difference between like um, playing against survivors who can really abuse that kind of thing. We need some dispenser range. Por favor. It's very much you just came from being Hollow Knight difficult. Okay. You gonna gift subs?
No.
Wow, G-Vance is gonna drop a 50 gift sub. I just saw it flash up on the screen. Yeah, I mean, when I get back, so like a week today, I'll be back. Um, I'll do MvM on Monday. We'll do like a few tours, and then um, on. Okay, I'm trying to game at the same time. Freaking roasting me. Then on the Tuesday we'll play Silk Song, perhaps. Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I can probably just play it for the foreseeable. I don't really want to run it in tandem with Expedition 33 because I feel like both of them are going to take a lot of my concentration, you know? Pretty sure you're near the end of the game? Okay. That's good. I mean, again, like, I think I like the idea of punishing back-to-back hooks for sure. It's just the methodology for a lot of the things. The thing is, the devs see tunneling, camping, and slugging as something that people do to like BM. They see it as something. It's like, oh, they're just leaving you slugged on the ground to be a dick. No, yeah, there are people who do that, of course. Or they're saying, oh, they're only tunneling because, you know, they hate that particular person, or they're camping to be toxic. It's not. That's not the case. It's like sometimes there is a situation where it's like, okay, there are three people on that gen, and if I don't like interrupt them, they're gonna finish the gen. So I've downed this person. I have to leave them slugged, go over, and like, you know, um, interrupt those three people. Now, if you allow the pickup thing, then that means you've got no pressure because normally it takes one survivor to go over and pick them up. One survivor's getting chased. Maybe one survivor can be on the gen. Now it doesn't matter. You can have being chased one person. That person can just be left on the ground and then pick themselves up. You know. It's just that there are so many situations now where you just get no pressure whatsoever. You get no reward for doing anything. And yeah, average like baby survivors or whatever might struggle, but when you come up against good survivors, they're just gonna wipe the floor with you. The kind of behavior. That's the name of the company. Like that's the problem I think is finding the line between punishing tactical like tunneling, slugging, whatever, versus like the stuff that people do for like abusing, you know?
Meanwhile, killers are humping you while you're
Yeah,
alive.
I believe that like anyone who teabags or humps should be
Murdered. Should be killed on the spot.
should be killed on sight. Okay. Breaking news: Jeepers advocating the death of anyone who humps you in game. I mean, yeah, I find it weird that like that's not that kind of stuff's not addressed or dealt with. Ooh. That's why they call her True Bats. Very true.
Oh, good.
That's just what happens with cheddar. Yeah, like I rarely slug because a lot of the killers I play, like, you know, often it's not the best decision, but sometimes it's like, okay, like the example I said before was, let's say you down someone and they're underneath a pallet and there's someone nearby. Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave that person so that I injure the other person, so that they don't come for the pallet save. But then another person turns up and you're like, okay, so now I have to chase this person for like 20, 30 seconds until I can get a hit on them. When you've done that with two people, suddenly now that other person can just pick themselves up and you've lost all pressure on the game. You've got a couple of injuries out of it, but meanwhile, that one person has been slamming a gen, and in that time, they've done an entire gen's worth of progress. So it's kind of like, huh? It just feels like, yeah, just doesn't feel fair. I mean, I'm not going to talk about Silksong too much because I don't want people to knowingly or unwittingly give spoilers. But in the original game, there was multiple endings, right? You had like the basic, fucking snipers, man. You had like the basic ending, and then you had like the true ending, which required you to collect a lot more things and do a lot more stuff. So I imagine Silksong will have something similar where you can probably just beat the game versus being able to beat the game with like everything and have like a better ending. Have a sandwich. Don't take the health pack as well! Wait! Thank you, Jesus Christ. Biblical greed. Sorry, I'm holding back to spoil. Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's the plan. Play Silksong till completion. Play Expedition 33. Then maybe hit Lies of P. I heard Swood has finished Lies of P now. He's a true peer. I also need to do the what's it called? Somnium Files game, the third one, Detective. One of the characters hit the gritty. Oh damn. That's probably paid DLC, you know. You got the bad ending and Scamman was fuming. Oh no. Did you enjoy it? I think I forgot to name a game. Silksong, Expedition 33, Liza P, and then Somnium Files. I can't remember what the name of the third Somnium Files game is. But I think Scatman said that he has it and has played it. And it's probably like a couple streamer.
Are we playing Peak?
Yeah, we're gonna play Peak. GBATS has Peak. So when we get back, we need to take it to the peak. I mean, technically, me and Swede never reached the peak. We got to the last area, fell in the volcano, and died. And Leah, like, reached the top. Why do I have so much money? When are you finishing Forest? Sons of the Forest! Yeah, when you finish Sons of the Forest. Yeah. Jubats plays Nubby? No. I'm afraid not. Oh, I see what you mean with peak. Nah. Nah. That doesn't exist, Jordan. Server are we on? We're on LA again? This is laggy as shit. She's scrolling my chat! She's scrolling my chat! Hey, thank you for the 87 months, Alex. Playing the Metro Prime. Dude, I'd love to play the Metro Prime games back to back. I mean, I played the remaster when it came onto Switch. If they remaster all the other ones, then I'll play them too. Forgot a game in that lineup. Oh, no, I can play that this week. Sorry, I forgot you weren't here at the start. I'll try and squeeze in a nubby stream at some point this week. Do a little nubbing, you know? Did John just type his password into, into Twitch chat? Huh? Yeah, I think it is. Isn't that your sister's name, Jordan? It's your sister's password. Can you delete that? I don't have mod stuff. You can delete your own. Oh, Swede can do it. Oh, wait, no, Swede can't. Yeah, if you delete it, you can still see it. Because people use things.
Why is his password his sister name and ass?
Ass!
What?
It's a good job CG doesn't save us. Like how when you bring up the emote thing, all I see on my screen is emotes. It's just your company PC? Yeah. It's all good. No one's. I've sent loads of fermenting pictures to Jordan lately. We saw fermenting at the Parmesan cheese place. So fermenting at the Guinness place. So fermenting at the whiskey distillery. I need healing. Fermenting in your toilet because no one's there to clean it. You know actually something funny about our toilet? There's a little sign on the mirror that says, what does it say? Like, don't worry or something? Basically, the toilet water is cloudy because they're like, don't worry if it's cloudy. We use recycled rainwater from our roof. Howdy W. Player ready toggle. That's based. It's pretty cool. I guess, yeah. Hackers can no longer enter. Jordan's been saved. Environmentally friendly kings, yeah. Yo, is that stun? With the 2 months? Why you bonging me, man? Congrats, stun. You win the Nations Cup, right? I watched that. I was back for, I was back home for the week that the final was on. I remember watching it thinking it was going to be a really long game, and it wasn't. That was the only game I got to watch, unfortunately. Can I hear your take on something? No, because Jubats is throwing the chat around. I literally can't see a message. Um, Today's election day here in Norway. Seriously don't like any political parties this time around. Think we could barely get any issues as of late, so we're considering voting on nothing. You're still seen as voting, but saying that you're not too impressed with the current landscape of politics. Complaining those people. I feel like I shouldn't. I don't think anyone should tell you how you should do it. It's your vote, right? It's what you want to do. I don't have the right to like say to you, this is what you should do. Personally, like I feel like the current landscape, at least in Western Europe and stuff, you're seeing a lot of rise of like far right, alt right kind of parties and policies, and I don't ever want to give those people a chance of having any kind of foothold, you know? Um, I feel like, yeah, do some research and could you scroll the chat, please, a little bit? My take is done on CeeJaey. Okay, I see you typed that and like scrolled away. Yeah, what like Scummer says, do your research and just take a look at what kind of answer would best represent the way you feel, because I can guarantee you that if there's multiple different parties, they have very different opinions on things like social policies, on things like immigration, on things like, you know, economic policies, etc. Yeah, I feel like doing nothing is kind of like, yeah. It's not nitpicking. Nothing's perfect. We don't live in a utopia. Nowhere does. And you may think things are good now, but like you want to keep it that way, don't you? So look at which party, which person best represents your feelings. To put things into perspective, remember when there was the American elections and people were like, I don't like the Democrats because of the genocide and everything like that. Like they've not done enough to stop it, or they didn't like this because of that. And then they would vote an independent party, or they would not vote, and then you end up with Trump in charge. You know what I mean? Did Scammer say he was leaving? See you later, Scoutman. It's good to see you. I'll be nubbing it at some point this week, maybe. If I got time. Hi, Ice Cube. How's it going? gonna buy a wireless charger. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I got no bullets! How many tours and any Aussies? So my dry streak is pretty bad at the moment. If you do exclamation mark last drop in chat, it will tell you how long it's been since I had a drop. It's been 10 months now, something like that. Yeah, so it's not been great. Before that, it was about 120 tours without a drop. So yeah, it's not been brilliant. But we're enjoying the MvM. That's the main thing. Has Nightbot gone on strike again? Maybe. Maybe it's maybe he's taking a day off. Hey Hugh, good to see you. How have you been? How's life? What have you been up to? How's the new PC? The new PC the last time I spoke to you that you got. Let's go for this, I guess. You're on 120 tours. Feels like so many of us are on these dry streaks. You're lucky this summer and you got a drop in your third tour. Nice. What kind of what drop did you get? Aussie flamethrower, very nice. That was my first ever Aussie actually. It took me till my 82nd tour to get it, but yeah. Nice. You've been good. PC's been wonderful so far, although I've been having issues with an NVIDIA driver. Oh no. What graphics card are you running? Is it one of the more later ones? How about you? Yeah, I've been doing good. I've been traveling this summer. Been through a few places in Europe. So it's been good fun. Currently in Ireland. But we'll be back home in about a week. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Swood has a lot of, like, has a good point there. If you don't vote, then you're not kind of like, you've not done your part to like choose the way that you want to see your country go. And that way, it's kind of like, well, you know. $50.90 Phantom, damn. Let them eat cake, our statement. If you can't legally vote like minors, I mean, then they can't vote, right? I feel it's a bit of a moot point when they can complain about stuff, but like I feel the understanding is probably not the same level as people who are dealing with a lot more adult things. Um, I didn't see your MvM spreadsheet, no. See you in an hour, joined. Yeah, I feel like in terms of politics, like you think back in like hundreds of years ago, you didn't have a choice. You had a king, you had an emperor, you had some dude in charge who did stuff, and if you didn't like it, tough shit. When he died, his kid got in charge, or another country came over and they had a big fight. You got sent to fight, and then okay, well we got to listen to this dude now. This guy's in charge. In modern society, we can use our voice to choose who we want to represent us, and it you're never going to find a politician or somebody who is going to represent every single one of your beliefs, right? Unfortunately, like they always try to play as many people as possible because you know they want to be in that position to make change. But all you can really do is use your vote to choose who you think is going to best represent you, who aligns with your ideals the most. It's never going to be a perfect alignment, but you know, I feel in some cases it's fairly obvious. Like in this country, it's sorry, not in this country. I'm not in the UK, I should say. It's a there's a real danger of reform getting power and us having pretty far right people in charge, and that's very worrying. So even if I don't agree with 100% of the things other parties say, I'm always going to use my vote to make sure we don't end up with more fascists in power, you know? I mean, kids are obviously affected with policies, but, like, they can't vote, so, you know, a line has been drawn where 18-year-olds are considered adults and they vote. If you're 18 in most countries, you can drink, smoke, have sex, and vote and drive. You know, all the big adult choices, right? And there's discussions in the UK to lower the voting age, but it's like, well, you start there. Where do you end? I know when I was a 16-year-old, I thought I was the smartest person and I knew everything. But when I was 18, I realized I was a dumb kid. And then when I was 21, I realized 18-year-old me was a dumb kid. And so on and so forth until, I feel like once you reach your mid to late 20s, you're a little bit more reaching, you know, your maturity. I don't even know what to fucking upgrade. I don't know what I'm doing. Ain't got a clue. Let's get ammo because the guy's dispenser is a little bit all over the place. How many tours left? This is mission number 2. We're on the last wave, so we just got the 2 Rottenberg missions to go. Ice Cube. So we'll do Bot Bash and Hamlet, and then the tour is finished. How many more tours am I going to do? I'm just going to do this one, because I do have some work I want to do this afternoon. I've got I need to go out to the shops. Got the movies to go to. I got my back to get stabbed. Do you think there is should be a maximum voting age? That's spicy. No. I don't believe so because I feel like if you set a maximum voting age, then you're kind of saying you're kind of invalidating someone's humanity because of their age, almost, in my opinion. I understand when you get to a certain age, in the UK, you have to retake your driving test and things like that to make sure that you are physically able to drive. But when it comes to voting, I do agree that like a lot of older people have pretty outdated outlooks on life, but they are still a member of society and they are still an adult, and they should still be able to choose, you know, yeah. You're killing yourself because of that? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that's rude. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do more than one. But next week. What is this setup, by the way? I'm in a hotel in Ireland, in Dublin. I've been traveling around Europe this summer. So we've been to the Netherlands, Spain, France, Italy, and the past week we've been in Ireland. I'm here for one more week and then I'm back home this weekend. So yeah, I'm currently on a sofa in our hotel with my chat on the TV there. And as I look over, Jupats is trying to do work on the bed. So I feel kind of bad that I'm taking up the only flat surface we have. Yeah, we have it in the UK as well, where you have to retake your test every certain number of months or years. I slightly disagree with Asfood because I do feel like there is, especially currently, like you can see how different voting opinion is based on age a lot of the time. And a lot of it comes from a very, very different kind of era of people who are maybe more comfortable in being bigoted. Teens and kids can be monopolized. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially in the days of social media, we have a lot of uh, a lot of influencers, a lot of Andrew Tates who like to spout gibberish and make people radicalize people without them even realizing. Get your new keys this weekend. Oh shit, you found a place in Bristol, right? Are you? Is it solo? You sharing? Big house share? Your brother's your age and he votes far right. Your grandma's from '94. Is she vote socialist? Oh yeah. I mean, this is why I hate generalizing because it's not a indication of like of everybody. I'm just saying general trends. You're going to have people who are very progressive back in the 60s and 70s. They were the foundation of why we have more, you know, freedoms and stuff like that. People were advocating for those things many years ago. Of course. But in general, you will find people who are of an older age general voting trends, and this isn't just opinion, this is like fact when you look at voting trends for things, um, tend to vote more conservative because, you know, as people always say, society is becoming a little bit more liberal. We have a lot more rights for people who are minorities, people who are LGBT, people who have disabilities and whatnot. Society is a lot more accepting, but when you grew up in an era where you're allowed to call minorities slurs, and if you had a disability, you were left in a basket in the street, and etc. etc. You know what I mean? you're gonna find more people are gonna cling on to those views. But that's why I disagree with a maximum voting age, because again we're generalizing and that's not what everybody feels like. And you know, I think education is better than just you know silencing people, because then you are turning into the thing you are. You become the thing you swore to destroy. You know, like we do have everyone here. Yes. Um,
6 people.
you're sharing with six. Damn. But you got the top attic room. Oh, nice.
Where will he go?
Yeah, that's where all the heat goes. But you'll be away from everybody. I had a room like that, but it was like in the bottom floor. I had my own bathroom, and then there was like the living room and kitchen, and then there was three people who lived on the top floor. So I was like, I had a lot of privacy. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you, Swood. But how many of them been alive long enough to have those policies represented? But again, like people don't always vote on self-interest. I will vote. I'm not, I'm like I'm a straight white male, but I am going to vote to have people who are gay, people who are minorities, people who are disabled or whatever, like people who have other needs. I'm going to vote to have them represented as well, because I'm not going to just think about myself. I want to live in a society where everyone's needs are covered. You know what I mean? Those policies aren't going to directly impact my life, but they're going to impact other people's lives who I care about, or who other people's lives who I feel like should be impacted. You know what I mean? And I think again we're this is almost like eugenics territory, where it's like, well, you're not going to live long enough to see your this policy enacted, so you should be able to vote. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I feel like everyone should be given the right to vote, but it should be education. I had a grandmother who was incredibly racist. Unfortunately, I'm sure we've all got family members who are like that. Um, she was on my English side. Her daughter, my mum, married a Spanish person, and she would treat my dad not very nice a lot of the time because he wasn't English. He's white, but even then, and she used to say and do a lot of things that were very not acceptable by today's standards, and trying to kind of educate her was very very fruitless most of the time. On the other hand, a grandfather I had on my dad's side, he used to hate a lot of people. He used to be incredibly racist as well, and he always used to do the whole. Whereas in the UK, you have the whole kind of people are taking our jobs. When I was a kid, people used to complain about Polish and Romanian people coming to take jobs. In Spain, a lot of people used to complain about South Americans coming over. And my grandfather was one of those people. However, when he became old and was living alone after his wife, my grandmother, died, he needed a carer, and his first carer was from Venezuela. And he absolutely adored her because she was really good. And he was kind of like, hang on a minute, I've been hating these people my entire life for doing this and that and being whatever, but now having been in direct contact with them and learning about them through these people, you know? And I feel like that's just an example, but I feel like instead of just saying you're old and racist, or you're young and racist, or you're this or that, you're not allowed to vote. Don't censor, educate. Try to explain to these people why they're wrong. Try to explain to them like why these people that they hate or that they're afraid of or whatever, you know. Has that rubbed off on you? No, I think it's quite the opposite. I think if you grow up with people who are bigoted even in a small way, I think it can rub off on you. But I also think if you know you often like look around and think actually things aren't that way, and you kind of try to push against that. Thank you. I got it ready up by typing it in console. I could find the key, but I can't be asked. Oh, absolutely, Wayne. Absolutely. After that carry, he had one from Ukraine, and he used to call her Russian. And she used to give him like a cheeky slap on the back of the head. She was like, "No," and he learned that there is a difference between Russia and Ukraine, which um, he didn't live long enough to see the most recent war, but um, it's you know, he was educated, and yeah. Yeah, three people in family who cares for all people aboard. Yeah, I think my cousin did that for a while as well. Unemployment in Spain is pretty high, unfortunately, um, and he went abroad to Italy for a while to do um, caring and stuff like that. World Wrestling Cow Home sounds kind of like bum fights. You know, when they got homeless people to like fight each other for a sandwich. I mean, your grandma sounds kind of base to it, so that's good. Holy shit, sweet! I was gonna mention to you. Remember when we were at the cheese museum in Alkmaar, and they were talking about that stuff inside cows that like does stuff to the cheese? They started talking about that when we were on our Parmesan tour, and they were like, "So there's this stuff, and it does." We were like, "We know about that. We learn about it in Alkmaar. We're freaking cheese geniuses now." It's crazy. Can't even remember the name of it though, but it's the thought that counts. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So how's everybody else doing? I've been talking about myself. I've been talking about everything that I've been doing. How have you guys been? Who's got news for me? Who's been doing fun stuff? Talk to me. Give me something. What have you been playing? What have you been doing? You tell them you already knew this because you went to the place with the ice quality cheese? No. I'm not going to say that to the Italian lady who was like, she first asked her, she was like, "Oh, it smells really nice here. It smells of cheese. Do you like it here?" She's like, "I love the smell. I live for the smell." I was like, "Damn, this woman lived and breathed Parmesan." The tasting was insane though. Hey, Zanny, you bought more Japanese Yakuza movies? Nice. You pulled more groin. You pulled your groin yesterday. You get a 99% quantum break. I should have been reading chat. Ah, shit. You got 100 toys in oil spill? Congratulations. Start dumping your Switch games you can play randomized with all mods with. Nice. Productive. Wait, is Quantum Break on Steam, Carrie? Excuse me, I wonder if they're going to add more Aussies. If you do exclamation mark video and check out my latest video, I talk about the kind of things I would like / expect to see from the... You already watched? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think Aussies would be what a lot of people want. Maybe it's just like me being a little pessimist, cynical, I don't know, but I'm not expecting Aussies, to be honest, but I think it'd be really cool if they did have them. More kill streakers and Sheens? That would be cool. I didn't even think of that. Should tilt the camera? No. CeeJaey thinking we're undedicated viewers? I'm sorry. I hadn't posted a video in ages. I didn't know if everybody was up to date, you know? They call him CeeJaey. What you talking about? Spice? You've shared pretty much everything exciting the last 2 days with you already. Yeah. That's fair. Don't worry. I'll be back in action next week. We won't have to do big updates anymore. We'll just be talking every day, gang. Every day. All you people who are working, you're like, oh, I'm so bored. I need background noise. I'll be there. All those people with a late wake up watching in bed. I've just woken up. I need something to watch. I'll be there. Those of you going to bed, something you want to watch for dinner, I'll be there. I'll be ready. You're a spy? You are a spy. Yeah, I'll be there. Going to bed at 1 p.m.? Yeah, I'll be there. I keep like instinctively reaching my finger over to press F4, but I can't. Why doesn't your F4 work? So this little mini key. So I have a mini keyboard that I bought from like a used game store, and it doesn't have any function keys on it. There's no any keys at the top. My laptop, the F4 key doesn't work. A lot of the keys don't work on it properly, unfortunately, and it seems F4 is one of them. And the T doesn't work, which was very frustrating, which is why I bought this little mini keyboard, because every time I was trying to type, it was like... bleh. Temporarily rebind the F4, because I can't be asked. It's 4 years, has new keys on it. Well, I kind of just wanted one of the really flat ones that I could just slide into my laptop bag. But I saw this one. I was like, you know what? I'll just take this. €4. Little dinky guy. €4 for 4 keys. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have this keyboard, I don't think I'd have been able to play MvM. You guys think if any big celebs start playing TF2, they can just popularity the game? I think that would only happen if, like, I don't know, a very popular celebrity would stream on a regular basis and came out saying, I'm a big fan of TF2, and started streaming it. I don't think it would work if, like, I don't know, Brad Pitt just streamed TF2 once and was like, "This game's pretty good, guys." I don't think that's going to cause an influx of people. CeeJaey's already playing it. Good answer. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy games based on whether I enjoy the gameplay and everything. The number of people playing it doesn't really come into like a factor for me. It does feel like over the years I've generally been fans of games with smaller communities just because, you know, it's the way things have happened. Um, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it would get a self-made Girardi for Bear Grylls. Remember the time Notch mentioned it? I mean, Notch had a hat in the game that only he had. He had his own hat, which was his head. He was also added to the Swedish national team on ETF12. So he was on the roster for the Nations Cups that Sweden won in 2013 and 14, I think it was, or 14 and 15. I think I have a video where I talk about the rarest hats in the game, and um, I talk about like the rarest things you can get in TF2, and I talk about like the one of one hats that exist like that. Oh, you meant about him in the tournament? Yeah, I mean, I think it used to be like every other year or every year. I can't remember exactly, but you have the Nations Cup where captains would be chosen and would put together teams from. Think of like a World Cup for TF2, basically. Most recent one was won by England. They beat USA in the final. Um, yeah, and Sweden won it twice in a row. They had very good players. And yeah, Notch was. I can't remember the specifics, but someone reached out and was like, "Do you want to be part of this? Do you want to be on the roster?" And they had Notch on the roster. Um, yeah, and they went on to win. And no medals were ever handed out for Nations Cups, but yeah, he was part of the squad. I don't really know much about Notch and stuff like that, to be honest. So I know he made Minecraft. I know he sold Minecraft, and I know people weren't like a fan of him anymore or something. I mean, in terms of working for TF2, I'm pretty sure it's just like they do stuff on a need to do basis. So with the MvM update coming up, they probably have a number of people working on it. They have the freelance guy who kind of like fix bugs and stuff like that, but like I talk about this a lot, but I do feel the idea that games need to run forever and like have these constant. Oh, it's gonna burn. We're okay. I think people have gotten used to like the Fortnite model of constant updates, kind of live service model where every month or two you're getting a new update, a new patch, a new set of cosmetics or whatever. Games never used to be that way. It used to be that games existed and you played them and you had fun. I enjoyed Quake and Unreal Tournament and Counter Strike, all those kind of games for years without needing like constant updates, new cosmetics, new this, new that. Like, people made maps for them, people did this and that, but like, that's the way kind of TF2 is, and I'm okay with it as long as like bugs get patched out, which is what's being done with this freelance kind of guy, and um, every so often we get an update with some cosmetics and maps and stuff like that for the seasonal events. I'm kind of okay with it. Years ago, I was definitely in the camp of, oh, if only Valve did this and if Valve did that, the game would be huge and we'd have massive esports scene, and like it's not going to happen. So I've kind of like mentally made my peace with the fact that that's not going to happen and just enjoy the game for what it is. Notch went full anti-woke post 2015. Oh, okay. I heard that he bought a like a massive mansion, but like he just lives there alone, which yeah. 76 months from AM. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He outbid Jay-Z and Slay on say for mentioning Beverly Hills. That's wild. It's a lot of hats. What are your thoughts on the F1 happenings of the weekend, Aham? Yeah, I mean, we're going to get two parts, right? We're going to get part one of an MvM update, and then we're going to get part two, which is going to be Halloween themed. So that'd be cool. And I guess they'll do cosmetics and stuff as well for Halloween again, and then there'll be Smithmas, so we'll have like Christmas themed holiday stuff. Obviously, the Christmas maps. I'm gonna have to get involved and do a bit more Scream Fortress this year. I always slack, so this year I'm gonna do some. Play a little bit more. Hey, Paul. First to see saw like a week ago, a friend who had 3 tours combined over the last 10 years got an Aussie job. It's always the way. It's always the way. MSC is too a bit boring because no operations for like 4 years now. Yeah, I mean, but again, I feel like the most of the player base for CS2 comes under people playing like matchmaking and face it and stuff like that. So it's also kind of like catered to your audience, I suppose. I know there are people who enjoy the operations and things like that, but I think most people just play for like the competitive aspect. Where's this 5? Where's the money? Where's the money, Lebowski? Got it. McLaren or Clown sure they should never put Lando or Oscar in that situation. Yeah. I mean, but I think it's a dumb decision because, like, I don't know. Where'd you draw the line on that? What happens if it's the last race and they have a slow pit stop? Are they going to turn around and say the same thing? Oh, hey, could you give the place back, please? I don't know, man. Isn't CS2 still the most played game on Steam? MvM robots with 3 legs. Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna be adding more stuff, I imagine they're gonna add some more up-to-date robots. Like, Community MvM has vaccinator medics. They have giant vaccinators and stuff like that. So definitely think that'll be something we'll see. Definitely see something along those lines. Because, of course, this is going to be stuff made from the community, so it's going to be similar to the kind of stuff we've seen. Exactly, Aham. You hit the nail on the head. But to me, what that shows is that they are, like, they're trying to keep Lando happy. Piastri's been doing better. He's leading the championship. You should have just let them race, to be honest. The fact you didn't is almost showing favoritism towards Lando Norris. Which is wild, considering he's the guy who's second, not first. But he was supposed to be the chosen one, right? So they're trying to keep him sweet and give him a little bit of preferential treatment. CS2 has more players on average than CSGO ever did. I guess, yeah. They brought up Hungary 24, but that's a different situation. Does that mean they're all square now? Like, how does it work? You know what I mean? Is it tit for tat? Is it, you know, like, I don't know. It feels iffy to me. Oh shit, someone got 3 boxes. But they didn't get an Aussie. What did they get? SMG. Part of me is still hoping for a McLaren collapse and Verstappen to win the last bunch of races and win the championship. It ain't gonna happen, but yeah. Piastri will get webbed by the end of the season if he loses a tiny bit of consistency. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's very easy for people to look and say, oh, like it's done and dusted, but it's not done and dusted yet, is it? We've got one more mission to go, guys. One more mission. Babash! Yeah, so I think... Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like a race win, that's a big difference. But yeah, they basically just said to Piastri, "We want you to have a less of a lead in the championship." It's very odd. Hi, Greek. Doing good, thank you. Still in Dublin. I'm gonna play Scout again just because I don't know how well I can play Soldier in this circumstance. Yeah, doing good, doing good. I was saying earlier in the stream, Jubats, we're going to watch The Conjuring 4 tonight. So Jubats started work earlier, like European time as opposed to Canadian time, and she was saying, "Why don't you stream?" I was like, "I guess I could stream." And she was like, "You could do MvM, Luck of the Irish," and I'm like, "Holy shit!" So. Hopefully, being an island and surrounded by the luck of the Irish is going to get me a golden pan. Eepily, with the 32 months. Working so I can disappear quick, but take my free money. Thank you very much, Eepily. Good luck with work, man. It's good to see you. Congrats on your hat. Did you get a new hat? Oh, I need to... Yeah, so... Jubas is doing some work. I am playing some MvM in a pretty scuffed setup. But we've got one more mission to go. How much money is Spiky Mikey's crafted cleaner's carbine worth? I have no idea. When it comes to like crafted things like that, I kind of lose track. The fact McLaren pulled Hungary last year as debt to be settled is crazy. Oh, absolutely. Like, they're trying to do it as a, oh, we've done it the other way around, but this is a completely different situation. Like, a completely different situation. The beneficial thing would have been for Piastri to stay second, because from a team perspective, then he loses less of a lead to Verstappen. The only benefit they got, they actually did, the decision they made was worse for McLaren, the team, because it means the lead in the championship has been cut more. So, yeah. So they did it to benefit Lando. That's all they did. You 100% Modern Warfare 3. Congratulations. How many hours did that take? Oh, wow. Okay. That's huge. Congratulations. 100% in games and getting fat unboxes. It's been a good week. Max won't be challenging? No, I know, but it's the point, right? It's the point of it. Whether or not, like, technically, yeah, he could still win the championship. So you do what's best for your team. Realistically, no, it's going to be a McLaren driver. But from a team perspective, you're like, we don't want to lose more of a championship lead, so... There's a guy with the bomb, by the way. Okay. But it's wild that they basically just said, cut your championship lead. I don't know. It's crazy. And did we pick up all of the money from this big scout? I think we did, yeah. To 8 days in game time. Ooh. What HUD am I using? If you do exclamation mark HUD, it should give you a link to it. Thank you, Creek. McLaren trying to play it cool and think the constructors matter. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that they're going to win the constructors again, and they're going to win the drivers' championship. It's just dependent on who wins it, and they're trying to, like, I don't know. I think you raise your hands and say we fucked up with the change. Sorry, Lando, kind of thing. But to ask him to give the place back is fucking wild. Shit. Why was the gun on the bomb? Why is that a command? What command? We have 2 NGs now. Oh, the dong status? That's been around for so long. That was when the Raise Your Dongers meme was popular. If anyone remembers that from like 2015 or something. Yo, Fells, I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Fells, thank you very much for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Maybe someone creating the command. I don't know. I feel like this season's been boring because McLaren have easily the best car. From the cooking streams? You've gone home now. Welcome home. Now, can you have a golden frying pan? I'd like a golden frying pan, yeah. Your gift sub will give me the luck to get a golden pan. You don't remember? Dude, I struggle remembering a lot of things these days. I don't know. I feel like when Red Bull had the best car, and Verstappen was easily the best driver, we ended up with a very one-sided season. Was it 22, 23? I feel like this season it's just been McLaren have the best car. The only people who can actually keep up are Max, because he's an insane driver. Ferrari are just like, it's almost like they've got like giving themselves a handicap to make sure that they don't do as well as they possibly could, you know. And Mercedes are just meh. So it's just kind of like been a very boring season because it's just like, well, which of the McLaren drivers is going to win? And it's not even like we've had this really intense battle like we did with Hamilton and Rosberg, right? You know, that was spicy. That would have been fun to watch. But no, we've not even been given that. We've been given this. Oh, could you give the place back to Lando, please? Because we made an oopsie. Alright, fuck off. Bored. Here's a joke from the cooking streams? Oh, okay. I need to find the 5 before I die. Got it. Where's the 5? Got it. Your best friends or something? Ah, the power of friendship is stronger than the need to win a championship in the sport you've dedicated your life to. Give me a break. Give me a freaking break. He's playing it on Game Pass, Scatman. Or more like Game Ass. Yeah, I looked at the specifications. I could run this on my laptop easily, but I'm gonna save it till I'm back home. Can fully invest myself into it. I'm too busy drinking Guinness and exploring Dublin. You know, I did have the other day. It wasn't a Guinness. It was this stout that was like chocolate, vanilla tones, and like something else. It was really good. See the master at work? I'm gonna be ass, dude. Not playing games properly for like a couple of months. I'm just gonna be like, "Bleh." I'm excited though. I love Metroidvanias. I love just getting stuck in and being like, okay, so I've got this weapon, I've got this item now. Now I can go back this way and like, you know. What was the hardest Hollow Knight achievement? There's two, I guess. There's the one which requires you to defeat the last Pantheon. Pantheon 4? 5? Which is all the hardest bosses in the game. Including like Grim and Absolute Radiance, which is a stronger version of the final boss of the true ending. It's either that or to 100% the game in Steel Soul mode. Steel Soul mode is basically a hardcore mode. So you, if you die, your file gets deleted, or you can't continue. The way to do that one though is if you're about to die, you can just quit the game, and you'll restart from the CeeJaey monies. I'm coming. I'm coming. Um, you can just quit the game and you'll restart from the bench that you initially saved at. So yeah, it is a bit of a fuck to do because of some of the more trying challenges in the game, and you cannot make a mistake. If you're down to like one thing of life, you've got to be like, okay, I'm quitting and starting again at the last bench kind of deal. You cannot risk like any opportunity to die. And yeah, you got 100% in the game, so you can do absolutely everything in the game. Save achievement in Silksong. Well, there we go. Spoilers entered the chat. He's done it again, chat. It's always Jordan. Do you guys remember when Jordan spoiled Zelda for me, and he was like, "I'm pretty sure there's magic in this game." I was like, oh, "Fuck, man, why are you spoiling me? This kid's always spoiling me." Nah, it's fine, don't worry. But I would prefer to not be spoiled for any other details. You're back after nap break. Jordan posted his password to his laptop in stream chat for everybody to see. The Danish fermentation business is going to collapse. He did not. He did. All right. I mean, so when I streamed Hollow Knight, I got it in 2017 when it came out. I think it was Emilio who recommended it to me. And he was like, "I love the art style of this game. It's really cool. It's a Metrovania." And I was like, "Say no more." And I played it and I really enjoyed it. And I played through and I just got like the basic bitch ending. And he was like, you know, you had to do more to get like the true ending. I was like, yeah, I'll go back to it. But I didn't stream like any more of that. I just streamed like my original playthrough and like the final boss. So then I went back and I did all the extra stuff so you can get the true Fantabidozy ending. Holy shit, this lag is terrible. And then once I did that, I did all the DLCs and I did the Steel Soul mode and all of that jazz. So that's probably what I'll do again. I'll probably stream trying to get to like the best ending possible, and then any challenge runs and stuff like that I'll do in my own time. Even with cheese, you're not patient for Steel Soul mode. It is kind of like rough. The thing is, at that point, I'd beaten the game. I'd done everything. I think that was one of the last things I did. So I just kind of... that was the only thing I was focusing on doing for a while. Like, game-wise. But I do think maybe the final Pantheon is harder. Simply because if you die, you have to start from the beginning again. So if you suck at Absolute Radiance, for example, you go through however many really difficult bosses it is, and you can only rest and change your charms at certain points. So you might have a really good build for a particular boss, but you need to use that particular build for, I think it's like 4 or 5 bosses in a row before you can change it again. So you have to find a build that not only works for one boss, but for like the series of bosses you're going to face in a row. Yeah. At the end of Silksong they have credits? What the fuck? Why would you tell me this? It's Evil Monday. Evil Swoot be like, yay, the Allied powers. Or something. You remember that meme? Holy shit, do you know what movie we watched the other night? Was it last night we watched it? She can't hear me. It was called Flight Risk. Holy shit, it was terrible. Huh? It was the night before. Night before last we watched this movie called Flight Risk. It was terrible. Directed by Mel Gibson. It had Mark Wahlberg in it, who for some reason had like this really weird bald like hair going on. It was terrible. It was so bad. I think it had 52% on IMDb. Directed by Mel Gibson, say less. Yeah, I don't think we realized until we watched the movie. It was a short movie that we were like, let's watch this. This could be a laugh. The acting in it was terrible. 90% of the movie happens within a plane. And it's not like a big plane. We're talking like one of those little tiny planes. That's like got 3 seats in it. Yeah, it was terrible. Is it Gibson or Gibson? I think it's Gibson. I thought he was just gone. Didn't realize he was still doing stuff. Gibson. That's from Predator. Over here. I was gonna do it. War of the Worlds movie. I said that. I saw that on Prime. I was like, apparently it's like the worst movie ever made. Now we've been watching Alien Earth. Has anyone been watching that? The new TV show about Alien. It's been interesting so far. We've only watched like 2 or 3 episodes, but yeah. Leave the dispenser alone, you son of a bitch. You watched season 2 of UK Love Is Blind? Oh, what did you think? Have you watched the reunion? You've watched everything, right? The reunion, right? Oh my gosh. So by the time we got around to watching it, everything was available. So we just binged it like pretty quickly. Holy shit. Like we did not expect most of those people to get married. And then he got to reunion and he was like, yeah, our marriage broke down. It's like, it's been like 3 months. Like we could have told you this. So better finish one out. Yeah, there's 3 more waves. 3 more waves and then we're done. Do you watch Mission Impossible? No. I don't think I've seen a Mission Impossible movie for ages. We're going to see The Conjuring tonight. We've seen the new Jurassic Park movie. We saw 28 Years Later. We saw Weapons. Those are the movies that we've seen recently. And then obviously the Alien Earth stuff as well. I kind of wanted to show all the Alien movies to G-Bats before we started the show, but we still have a few to go, like Romulus and stuff like that. The couple you hated survived? Which one was that? The only couple that stayed together? Which one was that? So the Asian couple, it was like clear that they weren't going to stay together because of the guy. Guess what? It was because of the guy. The couple where the guy, like, she was like, oh, I like a slice of cake now and again. He was like, no, no cake. I must only eat rice and chicken. Like, he was fucking, like, there was no way they were going to work. What other ones were there? There were the ones that said no at the altar, which I guess I thought they might stay together, but no. Gym cell. So he was like an army trainer, and he was like, "I need to stay regime." She was like, "Can we at least have cake in the house?" And he was like, "No." It's like, dude, how low must your willpower be that you can't allow your wife to have cake in the house because you just eat it or something? Like it was, yeah. Then she went to Dubai, yeah. So wait, what was the one that stayed together? I'm trying to remember. There was the couple that the husband was just flirting with every woman possible, and then afterwards he was like, no, I didn't do it all the time. Like, you watching Yellowstone? Oh, I've not watched that. There's a bunch of stuff that I want to watch. If not quite with CeeJaey around. No, I wouldn't. I will sit in silence when Jubats has her meetings. You can ask her. She can vouch. I sit here. I do my own work. I read a book. Last night she read her book while I was watching Spain play Turkey. The one where they were flying with 2 girls. Suddenly gave one of them trinket. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I remember now. Um, why did you hate them? They were kind of like very boring to me. So that's probably why I forgot about them. What happened with that couple with the ginger dye? That's the one that Carrie's talking about. He just stares intensely. That's a lie. I make glancing looks intensely. I get what you mean, Carrie, but at the same time, the whole purpose of the show is that you're dating multiple people, and maybe there was like that little trinket was specific to that couple. Maybe he was gonna have something else for the other woman as well. Like I don't know. Like I feel like that woman. I can understand why she felt like aggrieved, but at the same time, like you're on the show to date multiple people to find out which one's going to be the best for you. Um, the way she kicked off was a little bit like much. Yeah, they lied about the thing having a window. Yeah, I don't know. They were incredibly boring to me. Um, and it was just like, okay, you've got nothing interesting about you. I did the same at LAN. Oh shit, we need to do predictions soon. Can a mod be ready to do a prediction, please? You've not been watching it, but your GF is and you sneak peeks. Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember watching it. The first season of the US one came out when I was living with Cloudy, and I remember his girlfriend being like, "Oh, like, do we want to watch this show?" And we just started watching it while we were having drinks and just chilling and hanging out. And it was like an interesting concept. I think compared to a lot of dating shows, the idea that you're talking to these people you just have no idea. The problem of the show is that everyone on there is incredibly attractive, so you'll never have a sort of elephant man situation, where it's like the big reveal comes out. Oh no, he looks like a potato. So yeah, but it's an interesting show. So we've watched like the US ones and the UK one. We also watched Married at First Sight, but that's only good because every week they have a dinner party and everyone gets together and just like the US one's okay. Sorry, it's not the US one. It's the Aussie one. Aussie one's okay. The UK one, oh, they just get drunk and just yell at each other. It's quality content. You fucking slag! You be talking to my man when I fucking take you. What are you talking about? Don't talk to her like that. Only got any pants for MvM? No. No, no pans. But that doesn't matter because I'm in Ireland right now. The land of the four-leafed clover. Every single shop has something saying the luck of the Irish. So I am feeling lucky. And today is the day. So you're just in time. At the end of the next 2 waves, I will be receiving a golden pan. And a private message from Gaben himself. Sorry it took so long, old chum. Here you go. Oh yeah, absolutely, Carrie. I do think there is a comparison to be made. Um, Married at First Sight is an interesting show because you're basically counting on quote unquote experts to match you up with someone who would be a good partner for you, which I think is often like an interesting way of these people finding like their partner. But Love is Blind, like the fact that you can talk to all these people, you just can't see them. Like physical appearance has no effect, no influence. I think it's an interesting way, and yeah, there is definitely comparisons to be made to like online dating and stuff like that. You do see each other, but you don't actually like experience each other's presence. If that makes sense. He's not a gnoblin. He's not a gnelf. He's a Gabe, and you've been Gabed. 6 and 2s? Nah. Nah, silly. That's silly. You guys are being silly. Holy shit, that reminds me. You know, like, when people say you silly goose? Right? We were on a train. I can't remember what train it was. This was a while ago. This might have been when we went to Manchester, or it might have been when we went to France. I can't remember. But we were on this train, and there was this guy sat next to me. Oh, that was it. It was when we went to Manchester, and our seats got split. And this guy was like, "Excuse me," like he clearly wanted to sit in my seat, and I was sat in an unreserved seat. Jubats had a reserved seat, mine wasn't. So I was sat there, and this guy was like hovering around me, and I'm like, "Why are you getting so close?" You know. And then his girlfriend, who I assume was his girlfriend, was like, "Just ask him. Just ask him. You gotta just speak to him. Just speak to him. Do you want me to do it?" Like clearly, like trying to push. So he was like, "Excuse me, I think you're sat in my seat," and I was like, "Oh right, no problem." So I moved seat. Anyway, I'm sat next to this guy, and he's looking at his phone, and he's looking at this meme, and it says, "Which silly goose are you?" I kid you not. This guy was looking at this meme for like 10, 15 minutes. He found out what silly goose he was, laughed at it like a proper hearty chuckle, and then just kept flicking between the other silly gooses. Silly geese. Yeah, so that's the thing. So anyway, that's you guys right now being silly, because it ain't gonna be a 6-2. I just lost money from there. It just burnt. Unbelievable. A man at peace. Yeah. A man who knows what he wants. It's not lost money, sweet. It's invested money. Invested in my pan that I'm gonna get. Any cheeky predictions? Moderators? You just gotta believe, chat. You just gotta believe. I can feel it. You gotta believe. Oh, I ain't gonna ready up as well. My golden pan drop stream is gonna be me with this weird ass background. Everyone be like, "Where was he?" I'll just re-rent this room. I'll come back. I'll be like, "Hey, can I have this specific room again, please?" It's gonna be lucky. You gonna get kicked out because I have a lounge unit now? We actually do have neighbors now, as of like a couple of days ago. We didn't originally. Where'd this spy go? Oh, he's going that way. What are you doing, Heavy? You drunk? Oh my god, the force! I'm pushed everywhere. Hey, Zarita, thank you for the 500 bits. How you doing? Okay, Wayne gets 2. He got a fire axe. No! Where am I right now? I'm in Ireland, Zarita. I'm in Dublin. I can hear us laughing. I know it's you, Mother. I know it's you. Oh, Meister with the 3 though. Bad saver. Holiday punch. No. Half Satoichi. Blech. Blech. I see you claiming your bonus points. I'm in the EU zone. Yeah. I'm in the EU. Nice on vacation? Yeah. We've been spent a week in Italy, and then the last week we've been in Ireland. We've got one more week. Then I am back in the UK on Friday. Why are you laughing? GG's gang, thank you for playing. Thank you for joining. I know it was short notice. I appreciate it. Yeah, we've basically been on like a non-stop vacation for the summer, Zarita, just off and on, going to a variety of different countries and places. But yeah, this weekend I'll be back. I'll be back in the UK and be back doing doing the regular kind of streaming schedule. I will try and at some point this week do the do a little stream on Nubby. Maybe tomorrow can try out Nubby's Number Factory, which Methman kindly bought for me. There is also another game called Toem. I mean, Jupat's holding hands. Jupat's is over there. Can't reach her. No, she's so the setup, Angry Boss, is pretty sick. We've got a little sofa here, right? The TV's there. That's where I'm looking at you guys. But then there's also a bed there, so you can like go meow 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 meow. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so maybe we'll do Nubby tomorrow. There's only Wednesday and Thursday, and there's that Toem game which Carrie recommended. I don't know how long it is. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Um, oh, in general dating status. Yes, for quite a while now, Angry. Like over a year now. My man's out of the loop. 3 to 6 hours. Ooh, that's quite long. Maybe that's something I can save for another time then. When I'm playing Ultimate Fishing Simulator, they made a sequel to that. Oh my gosh. 3 to 6,000 hours of an uppy. Yeah, maybe because I looked at it and I thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. And I did download it on my laptop, but we do have like there's a museum that we want to go and see, which we'll probably do in the morning and stuff like that. So I don't know whether there's going to be a time for me to fit that in. So what I'll do is probably tomorrow, maybe another day, I'll play Nubby. That'll be my plan. Um, because yeah, there's like this really big shopping center that we were going to check out. And there's this museum we're going to check out. Um, and then that kind of is probably going to take up 2 mornings. So I don't know whether I'll have any time because I'll probably be doing work. Um, so yeah, I think Nubby maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then maybe at some point other during the week. We'll play some Nubby and then we will be back. I'll be back on Friday. We get back to the UK on Friday. We'll be spending the night at my parents' place. Saturday, Jimats goes back to Canada, and then I guess a week today on Monday will be me going back to kind of a regular streaming schedule. I'll be doing. Oh, can a mod hand out the prediction points, please? Um, yeah. So a week today we'll do some MvM. We'll try and do a few tours, at least 3, like of the one of each of the main ones, and then Silk Song, which I know I've been waiting for a long time, and some of you have been waiting uh, as well. I'll start that on the Tuesday, I think, and then maybe just stream that all week. Uh, and then okay, Nubby isn't my work though. You don't have to. I'm getting roasted with facial expressions right now and hand gestures. Yeah, so we'll play Skong next week. Um, and once I finished Skong, Jubes goes back to NA. Yeah, she goes back on Saturday. So, yeah. I can see her typing in chat. Sick of culture. Um, yeah, so that's the plan. So Nubby tomorrow. We'll try it out. See what all the hype is about. Next week we'll do like at least 3 tours of MvM on the Monday. And then it'll be Silk Song from Tuesday onwards. And I'll probably play the game to completion. And then start on Expedition 33. And then again play that until completion. I may intermingle E33 with the detective game, Somnium Files 3. Intermingle. And then probably move on to Lies of P. So that's probably the stream schedule for the rest of September and October. Maybe October we'll do some spooky games. I know I've got a few spooky games that I've not played. Pies of L. Yeah. So that's the plan. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Thanks for all the subs and the bits. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you tomorrow for some Nubby. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hope it's luckier than mine. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow for some. I don't even know what Nubby is. Whatever the hell Nubby is. Alright, guys. Take care. Bye.